Hello, this is B12 and this first time I'm using my voice in a while. This is the NX in its improved condition. So yeah, a lot has changed since the last video, especially a more it contains internal wiring now, unlike the previous version which used a remote desktop protocol as the inputs and outputs. I've tried using USB to USB as a form of touch screen for this, but it seems that doesn't work. So the only way to control this is now with the gamepad. The gamepad can be fitted into the NX, so it's not really much of a problem carrying it around and such. Let's see. So the NX is supposed to run .nx files as its executable files as seen here. As seen here. Wow. So I'm just gonna play Blu-ray Galaxy as a benchmark. So the USB to USB cable now acts as a performance boost instead, rather than as the controls, and it's far better now. I mean, now I can run .nx files better natively with HDMI rather than using RDP to have to run my utility files. One example of a utility file that needs this performance boost is the sound composer. So over here, I can just play it like a keyboard, like just press the keys and play music, basically. This was developed by Timo Kloss. Big shout out to him. See, this runs well. Yeah, I like it. Of course, the original idea for the system wasn't mine. It was also Timo's idea, but it was never really able to come into full realization up until the first video that I showed you, where I had to use a Raspberry Pi 3, which is the one I'm still using, not a 3B, or no, not a 3B plus. I still use the normal Raspberry Pi 3 to run all of this, and it works out. So let me go to downloads. I have Tetris, or Lotris if you want to call it that. I mean, it's your choice. So I'm not really that much of a good Tetris player, and yeah, again, love to thank Timo for the idea. The one thing about this system is that it's not really a very strong system. 1 gig of RAM, and the graphic capabilities are okay, but it's not really feasible to run 3D games on this at all, in the slightest. So I have to resort to this low poly, I don't say poly, this low resolution games. And run again. It runs a bit slower. Full screen mode, so just sorry. Using one hand to hold it and the other to record. Really sorry about this. Sorry. Let's go to programs tests. Let me go to BG Scroll. No, this is not what I want. Maps, scrolling maps, sorry. Believe it or not, this is the fastest I've seen this program run ever. So if you want to check if we're using we can go to debug mode and run again. So basically what the debug mode does is that it shows how much of the system CPU is being used to run the files. And trust me, these files can take a lot of CPU. And without the enhancements of the USB to USB mail, this system would be slower than this and would hence use up more CPU power. Since I also develop programs for the NX, you can check me out at Slowres NX, same username. This debug mode is very important to me because I have to check if the program runs smoothly and efficiently. So I have to develop more new ways to shorten programs to allow more but with less power so that I don't end up burning this thing. So that's enough on the software. Yeah, it runs Linux, by the way. That's enough on the software. Let's go to the hardware. It has a 1000 mAh battery, which isn't really good for battery life, though I would look into replacing it in the nearest future. Aside from the 1000 mAh battery, it's, again, I said, got 1 gig of RAM. It has a 32 gigabytes storage capacity, which is also not good, but it's more than enough for its purpose. So there we have it. This is the NX, the low-res NX, low resolution NX, if you know what I mean. So thank you and bye bye.